Welcome to this week's episode of Comic Chat with Gat. Special edition because it's a Saturday to us, not to you guys, because of course it goes up on a Wednesday. I'm wearing a bathing suit under the table. I'm Chris, that is Taylor, Comic Chat with, I'm Gat. This is a weekly show about comic books, where I am starting to get into them. In the beginning, I knew nothing. And then there was Light, and his name was Taylor. Praise be to Taylor. And so he would teach me about comic books, and now I'm learning a lot more about it, and we're collecting some tchotchkes, and we're getting a lot of fun. You know, a couple minutes in, might be off the rails, don't care. We know how to fly, like Superman. Taylor, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to be talking about Archie 3, which I had to read right before this.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about Batman post-Endgame. And then after this, we're going to have a spoiler discussion, because you finished Endgame, right?
I did finish Endgame.
Okay, so last week we talked about it spoiler-free, but we're going to go real into it.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about Archie.
Let's talk about Archie. So Archie, for me, first issue was really good, because this whole hashtag lipstick incident, that it's not us adding hashtag, they make that a big deal.
It's written like a hashtag.
Do you think people say, like, hashtag incident when they talk to each other? Or do they say pound sign incident, lipstick incident? Or do you...
I wonder if they just say the lipstick incident, or they say hashtag lipstick. I mean, I feel like it was written weird that they say... I never thought about that.
Yeah, anyway. So, Archie 1 was great, you know, because you're kind of thinking, like, what could this lipstick incident be? And to me, I mean, if anyone has seen the show before, back when that episode was on, a brief synopsis of what I thought the lipstick incident was that it's Archie and Betty? Is Betty the one who broke up with him?
Yeah.
So, Archie and Betty, longtime couple, they broke up. That was the whole premise of the first issue. And it was because of this hashtag lipstick incident. I thought it was honestly because Archie was, like, cross-dressing, and he had a different identity that, like, a gender identity that he wanted, and that's why they broke up, because she walked in on him wearing lipstick or something. And it so far it's not being that. And it's really disappointing me that it's just becoming a stupid love story with Veronica. Or Ronnie, as they call her.
Yeah. Yeah, so
the
at the end of issue 2, they introduced Veronica very shortly when Archie blew up their house because burned it down.
Slight spoiler, but I mean, nothing of real value came from it anyway.
And so Veronica is a prissy, bitchy, rich girl that you think maybe is going to be better in the issue, and then she isn't.
Was she like that in the original?
She's supposed to be, she's supposed to be rich, but her and Betty are supposed to be BFFs.
See, that's what I remember, because there was a lot of that comparison of one of the covers of old school Archie, where he looked like a goober. And he still look like a goober. But then they were like over the milkshake and the three of them together and all that.
But yeah, and what I think is interesting is, like, they're in this issue, you're like, oh look, they're gonna be friends, and then
they're just not.
But I like the fact that this issue kind of focused a little bit on Jughead. A little bit, trying to figure, like, help Archie out. You know, he's his best friend, and Jughead #1 comes out this week, I think.
Yeah.
So that should be cool to see. I'm not sure if it's literally going to tie in, maybe, and be like a lot. Maybe the first 3 issues from Jughead's perspective. Who knows? I don't know what it's going to be about. I have no idea. That'd be cool. Or if it's just going to be, hey, Jughead's doing other things, and here's
it'll just be a cooking show.
Yeah.
Every panel, he's teaching a new thing to cook.
That'd be fun.
That would be kind of fun.
Anyway, so Jughead, and he's trying to get Betty to help him release Archie from his, like, infatuation with Veronica, and she's like, not my problem, not my problem. But then it's like, now it's my problem, which it reminds me of, you watch Robot Chicken at all, Chris?
Yeah, I watched it.
There's my favorite Robot Chicken ever was in, I think, I don't know if it's season 3, but I will put a link to it. There's it's called Little Hitler, and it's Little Hitler, like, well, the scamp, and it's like this classroom, and there's a whole bunch of different kids, and there's Hitler, and he's like, I want to have the Polish boy's desk. And the teacher's like, Hitler, now you can't do that. Like, leave little, like, whatever name alone. And then it's like, little Hitler. And then it comes back because it's like little tiny episodes throughout the big episode. And all of a sudden, like, Hitler has 2 desks and the Polish boy's gone. And they're like, Hitler, what happened to little Andres or whatever? And he's like, I don't know. And then, like, it comes back, like a whole time later, and it's all the desks except for America, which is this little, like, kid with, like, shorts and, like, sipping a soda with, like, an American flag and eating a burger, and he's like, not my problem. And then the little Japanese kid comes over and pushes over his soda, and he's like, now it's my problem. It's just like, because it's like,
I guess the ending tied it.
Yeah,
to
not my problem.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things. So it's like, not my problem. But that's what it felt like too. Now it's my problem. So that's what this issue felt like to me.
Also, and you should still read it. I mean, so we're not going to give everything away, but there was one of the grossest things I've ever...
That wasn't that bad.
Well, here's the thing. I was in the middle of eating. Like, I was eating breakfast, and I'm sitting there, and I had to read it, and I was like, ugh. And it went on for, like, 7 panels, and it just didn't...
I thought it was nice.
Good. All right. Well, I mean, it's what, $4, $3.99 on your comic book reader, or you can go to your local comic shop and pick it up.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Pick it up.
If you haven't started the series yet, you're what, 3 episodes in?
Yeah, so
Issues,
$15.
sorry. Yeah.
It seems like a lot.
I like TV shows. So yeah, I mean, check it out.
Yep.
We recommend it. Not as highly as we would have something else. Not as highly for me as Archie 1, which I really love.
Was amazing.
But you know, it's slowly finding its voice, I guess.
Well, see, I think three episodes. There's episodes.
Sorry.
No, it's true. It's kind of like when you're reading these things so like far apart. Like it was almost a month and a half.
Yeah, you lose that.
And that's why I prefer trades over single issues for the most part, and so that's why I usually wait. But this is a new thing's coming out. It's not until like March, I don't think, that you can actually get the volume. So
yeah,
just far away, and so I'm trying to read it, and maybe at one point I'll stop collecting and just wait for the trades and just do that way.
That might be the best way to do it. But other than that, I mean, go check it out, do it, or just wait, and we'll talk about it when the trade comes out, because that'll probably happen again. Next,
so Endgame happened.
Endgame did happen.
I don't know if we want to talk about. I
would say not yet. Like Endgame, the issue with me of the issues was my own fault. Well, it was just because before we started getting really into comic books and me learning more about it and actually reading the comic books on IGN, they had an issue. They did a review of the final issue of Endgame.
They didn't.
They did.
Oh, okay.
And I read it.
Oh.
So I knew what was going to happen.
Oh.
I didn't remember word for word, which we'll get into in the spoiler cast, but I didn't remember like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen, but I was like, this looks very familiar. And then the final panel, I was like, oh, I So otherwise, what like a one sentence synopsis of Endgame, so we can explain how this leads into the final volume.
Batman and Joker's final battle.
Yeah, good. So now the final battle's happened, and this is tough because I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if everyone else knows who that is, and so it's hard to explain.
I don't think it necessarily matters because I'll explain it differently. Okay, so
I'll
in the new Batman's, and I'll throw like an image of that up on the screen, I guess. In the new Batman stuff, Gordon is now the Batman.
Sure.
Because he has a mechanical suit that allows him to do cool stuff, but he's a Batman that works with the government. So he's not the vigilante because Batman is the vigilante, right? Batman is the coolest guy on the fucking planet. Like he's such a badass, right? Where Gordon is has always been as close as he could be to being Batman, but still staying within the rules of the law. Yeah. And he's always he's worked with Batman and stuff like that. And so this is kind of about the battle. It hurt, of course, the Joker hurt the whole city, and how they're recovering is one of the things they're recovering with is they have this Batman tank guy, which is Gordon, and the new issues kind of deal with how Gordon had to come to terms with he had to be Batman. He's the only one that could have taken the mantle because they had a bunch of training a bunch of young guys but Bullock is there. Bullock is Gordon's right hand guy. He's the fat guy with the trench coat, Harvey Bullock.
I only know him as Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey Bullock. And so with the hat,
Yeah.
And
always
so
smoking.
Always smoking. And so is Gordon smokes too. And so it's kind of he has to stop smoking, he has to start working out because he's got to be this new version of Batman that works with the government and fights these big things. And so that's what it's kind of about. And it's also about I don't want to say any more to really give anything away.
Yeah, let's not get too into it, but obviously he's a known entity. They know it's him.
Yeah, well, no one knows except for 3 people know that Gordon is inside the Batman suit.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of
probably a security thing.
Yeah, it's a security thing. Yeah,
it's the same reason why Bruce Wayne.
Right, and what I think is clever about these Batman books that I never really thought about until this is, Bruce Wayne is just the financial backer of the Batman, according to the public. So he owns the rights to the name Batman, to the logo, to the thing, and so whenever Gordon has come to Bruce before and been your friend, I need to talk, just kind of in the movies, kind of you have that friend, and I think that kind of solves that whole I wonder who could have all these gadgets and all this money. The only rich person in the area is Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne's oh, I fully support this Batman guy, and I'm putting money into him, and he is my lawyers on his logos and stuff, and whatever. So it kind of solves that problem. So I thought that was interesting. There's a whole legality of this Batman versus the old Batman and how that came to be and stuff like that. It's really cool. And so I'm caught up all the way now. I've read 44 just came out, and then there's issue 44. So this is 41 was the first time Gordon was in the suit.
Okay.
and then 44 is where they're at as far as Batman proper, but they just came out Batman Annual, number 4.
Can you re-explain Annual again to me?
Okay, so annuals are big stories that kind of encompass everything that's going on, or just like kind of, they're the, I don't know how to explain it the best. I guess they're the yearly big issue. Usually a little bit longer, thicker, more stuff in them, and they kind of tell usually a story that connects to everything else that's going on in all the other books. So Batman Annual usually has something to do with Batman Eternal, Batman and Robin, etc.
Okay, so all the other universes.
But this one in particular was kind of like a really cool story, kind of on its own. I really like the annual. Like, and that just came out. If you're watching this last week, so last Wednesday, the 30th, September 30th. So there are only 5. Like, if you consider that, that's 5 issues. You've got 41, 42, 43, 44, and then the annual, and you're caught up. So I mean, you're really close, Chris, to being current. Are you gonna do it?
I don't think I am, just because I enjoy sitting and reading an entire trade.
I do too, but now I need.
So here's the thing, though. So I mean, we're now essentially talking about Volume 7. I mean, the last episode we just did. It's right
there
here.
Won't be another trade that collects it until March.
Right, that's one of the struggles. But we like Volume 7. We thought it was very good. I read it. It was overwhelming is the word I would use. There was so much that was going on that it took you had to really pay attention, and there were so many things happening that it affected me in a good way. I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I mean, definitely go check that out. And it's up to you if you want to be caught up on all that, or like me, we're gonna have to have this conversation again in March.
Yeah, so you should just. I feel like you should read it so I can talk to you about it.
I was gonna
otherwise, I'm just talking about it by myself.
If you've got the issues, are they all on Comixology?
But I can give you the login to the app.
I don't like Comixology. I'm sorry, Comixology fans out there. I just don't. I've grown to love a physical form.
I love the physical form too, but it's a lot easier to grab your phone at work at lunch and read. Books.
I read that Archie in 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Just because you're clicking through the dang thing and it's simple to read, so that's fine. Anyway, and we get our new Nexus phones.
It'll be nice and big.
Big screen, yay! All right, anyway, so recommended, obviously. I mean, don't give up after Endgame.
Don't give up after Endgame. I am excited for them to. I don't know how to say this without giving anything away, but
You're excited to see where they're going.
I want them to get where they're going because I'm tired of what's happening right now.
But you know what's going on. Is it telegraphed what's going on, or you have an idea?
I don't know. Like, no, that's the thing. Is like it's kind of sad. I don't know. I'm like, what am I? I don't know.
Okay, so we'll put it this way, and then we'll end it here with the Batman talk. By what's happened in the first 4 issues of Volume 8, we'll call it Volume 8.
Sure, yeah, it's going to be Volume 8.
Do you know what is going to happen? Do you have an idea? Have they set up a set piece as to what's happening, or is there just individual stories in each issue?
No, it's definitely a story.
Okay.
It's going somewhere.
And do you like where it's going?
No, I want them to fix it.
Right, so that's the thing. So are you recommending this in the hopes that they're going to fix it? Do you have any instances
it's still so well written, and there's still such great moments, and it's so clever what they did and how they solved this issue. Like I don't mean issue as a comic, I mean the issue in the books. How they solved this and how they post Endgame what they did. I just miss a character that's not there right now. That I just want. I'm just tired.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I can understand that. All right, so recommended. Comic Chat with Gap. We recommend taking a look at this. Go get the first issue. Read the other volumes. Like we have in our Razor. We know how we want to read it.
4, 5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7.
Yep. So just make sure you get the 0 year in there first, which I didn't think Volume 6 mattered as much. It does. You really should read Volume 6.
I told you, definitely read it because there's some important shit that goes on in there.
So otherwise, I mean, go get it. It's $4. I mean, that's kind of the thing with comic books that I've always realized is that's why it's such a dangerous habit.
It's only $4, but here's what happened to me because I finished Endgame and I was like, okay, well, I haven't read 41 yet because I was waiting.
Sure.
So I buy 41, and I'm like, well, okay, I'll buy 42, 43, 44. Then that's $25. You buy five issues, right? Because you're trying to get caught up. But now that I'm caught up, it's $4 every month.
You know what's scary though? How much is a trade? How much is that trade Volume 6?
If you buy it on Amazon right when it comes out, $15.
$15 for a trade, a collection of
hardcover. If you buy it right when it comes out. If you wait, but that's on Amazon. Regularly, that'd be like $30 or $25 or something.
Even then, well,
$25. It's usually about. Usually, it's pretty comparable, like the $3.99 comic book versus like how many issues you get. But if you buy stuff on Amazon and pre-order on Amazon, you usually get them. Like I think that 6 cost me more than 7 did because I waited to buy 6.
We don't support Amazon on this podcast.
We don't.
No, they're outlawing the selling of Chromecasts and Apple TVs because they want people to use Fire TV, their own operating system. Seriously, Amazon, we get it. You're allowed to do this, but you're douche. Anyway, tech talk on Comic Chat, Tech Corner.
I have a Green Lantern ring.
Yes, check out the unboxing that we did for this Green Lantern ring right there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, can you do it for everyone just to prove that you know it? Before you click it, Taylor can do the entire Green Lantern speech oath before it turns off.
Yeah, it's really short. They really should have made it longer because, like, to say it correctly, you kind of have to say it slower, but I'll say it fast.
Here we go. Ready? Mm-hmm. And here it is.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Oh,
right on time.
Oh, wow, this got fun. This is just for us. I don't enjoy.
So thank you for listening to this issue of the
Comic Chat with Gat. This is why I do the exits. Anyway, for Twitter, Comic Chat WGat. I run it sometimes. Instagram, Comic Chat with Gat, and Tumblr, Comic Chat with Gat. That's what Taylor runs. He does a great job. We got a lot of good followers on there. Of course, we are a family of podcasts in the ever-loving network of CBX Media, CBX Cast. CBX could be anything. There's also the Cardboard Box that Taylor alluded to that he is on with Joe Mack, and they do about video games. Mm-hmm. I'm never on. I might be on it near the end of the month.
Yeah, then there's also Real Retro.
Yep, not keeping it real.
We're doing a super special edition
of The Martian.
About The Martian, the book-to-movie adaptation.
When are you doing that?
We're doing it in the middle of the day on Monday, so you're not.
What do you not work? Oh, you got the day off. You're right.
Yeah.
Inside Baseball, and then we've also got nothing else.
Chris. And then we're gonna have a spoiler talk about Endgame. So
of course, yeah. So if you want to learn about Volume 7 Endgame, we're going to spoiler the hell out of it. So stick around after the little shake that we're gonna do. We'll do a crossfade, and then otherwise enjoy. Come back and watch it later. We'll do a separate video where you can just have it.
Video in general.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, no, I mean, people. We don't need to make you guys go to another video. You can watch it here, and then if you want to watch it after Volume 7,
okay, fine.
Then they can click to it.
Okay, fine. How do you say, Chris?
We'll see you later.
Bye.